Good morning and welcome in. However, you have arrived here, whatever kind of week is behind you, you made it to this quiet time on a Sunday morning, and that's all that really matters. This is Sunday morning. I'm excited that you're here. It is season 2, so if it's your first time, welcome. If you have been with us for season 1, this is great because this is not a workout and it's not a lecture. It's kind of a slow time frame that's built to put you back inside of your own life before the world starts asking things of you again and again and again, really. How we start our Sunday sets the tone for our entire week. So, welcome to the Sunday Morning Club, the show dedicated to intentional living and personal growth. I'm Faye Chappell, and on behalf of all of us here at Elevated Living, I invite you to take this time for yourself to find your center and fill up your cup. I'm so glad you're here. Today, the thread is one tired idea that a lot of us have been carrying, I think, and the idea that to move forward, we have to start over, right? So we're going to set that idea down this morning gently. We'll just set it down gently, and we're going to feel what it's like to carry everything that we have built already with us instead of leaving it behind, instead of saying it didn't exist, right? Because you do not need anything except a place to sit and maybe something to write with you, for you, or if you have some ideas. You don't need an app. You don't need perfect posture. You just need some time that belongs to nobody else. And that's what we do each and every Sunday. So let's begin, because there is a word that has been following a lot of us around. And the word again is start over, begin again, reinvent. And I use that word a lot, but it sounds hopeful when other people say it. But when it settles on you, it often feels like something heavier, right? Because think about what the word actually asks. It asks you to treat the life that you already lived as a thing to kind of leave at the door. It asks you to walk into what comes next empty-handed, as if all the decades behind you were a mistake. It was a mistake to be corrected instead of a foundation that you really stood on, right? So some quiet part of you has been refusing to do that, I think, right? And you may have called it like I'm stuck, right? Or I'm in a funk. That's the word I usually use. And you may have wondered why you cannot just move on cleanly, like everybody seems to want you to, right? But that part of you is not broken. That part of you is wise. It knows something that the word does not. It knows that everything you have built is worth carrying with you. And it will not let you throw it all away, even if you tell it to. So this morning, I want to offer you kind of a gentler truth to start off this new season. You are not starting over, and you never were. What you have lived is not really baggage, right? It's the raw material of everything that is still coming. So the exhaustion you may have been feeling, and I know that happens to me a lot, is not a sign that you're behind. It is the exhaustion of trying to walk forward while also being told to abandon those very things that make you strong. So, of course, that's exhausting. That's tiring. And you may have been asked to do two opposite things at once, right? Move ahead and leave your old self behind. And no wonder you've been standing still, because it's just overwhelming to even think about it. So, we're going to end that today. Today is about discovering in your own body that you can bring it, all of it, with you. Every chapter, the proud ones and maybe the hard ones, the years you would frame and the years you survived and rarely spoke about. None of it has to be left at the door. All of it comes across the bridge with you. Okay, so let's get out of our heads and into our body so we can feel this instead of only thinking about it. That's what Sunday morning's about. So let's settle into your seat, wherever you are, on the floor, in a chair, it doesn't matter. Let your weight drop into whatever it's holding you. chair, the floor, the cushion. It is strong enough, okay? So you can stop holding yourself up very prim and proper and everything else. You can just let yourself sink into where you're sitting. I want you to let your shoulders come down from wherever they have been living. So if they've been up here, I want you to breathe and bring them down. Because for many of us, they've been up near our ears for like years, right? Because we're waiting for the next demand. We're waiting, right? So just let them fall and feel the space that opens across the chest when you actually let your shoulders fall. I want you to soften your jaw. Let your teeth part just slightly. So much of our effort to be enough lives in a clenched jaw. You've probably heard that. So I want you to just let it loose. Like let your jaw go. Don't tense up. And then I want you to bring your attention to your hands. These hands have done decades of work, right? So let them rest. Open, palms up or palms down, whatever feels honest for you. There's nothing to grip this morning. There's no weights to hold. There's no utensils. There's no shovel. There's no pen or mouse. You just want to chill. Okay? And then I want you to feel your feet. Feel the real contact with the ground because you are here and not in the chapters behind you, not in the ones ahead. You're here in this body on this morning carrying everything you have ever been all at once. And guess what? You're still breathing pretty easily, right? So we're going to do a little breath work together. Good segue there. And we're going to use the breath to practice carrying instead of leaving. Does that make sense? So I want you to breathe in slowly through your nose. And I want you to fill from the bottom, the belly first, and then the ribs, and then the chest. I want you to take your time as you're breathing. There's no rush this morning. And then when you're ready, when you've done it all, I want you to release it through your mouth. Let it be a real exhale, longer than the inhale, and let out the breath. Let it be the sound of kind of your shoulders dropping, that it's done. Okay, so let's do it again. In through your nose. Make sure you fill your belly. Let it go out. Don't breathe in. Let the belly go out. Fill your chest, fill your ribs. As you breathe in, imagine you are gathering something. You're not grasping. You're just gathering. You're drawing everything in that you have built closer to you, to your chest. That's where you can keep it. And then out through the mouth, even slower. And as you breathe out, I want you to let go of the instructions to abandon everything you've done or everything you've been through. I want you to breathe out the word start over. Breathe out the shame that you're handed because everyone keeps telling you to. I want you to keep that treasure, right? And release that shame of I have to start over. Everyone's telling me to start over. Do it on your own. Do 2 more on your own. 2 more breaths slowly in, gathering what is yours. Slowly out, releasing what never was true. So each breath becomes a little lighter because you are keeping the right things now, right? And let your breath return to normal. And notice you feel a little more whole maybe than you did 4 breaths ago. That wholeness is the feeling of nothing being left behind. Okay, so I want you to close your eyes. Let me take you somewhere. Close your eyes. I see you. Close your eyes. So imagine you're standing at the edge of a wide, calm river, and it's early, and the light is soft and golden. On the far side of the water is the next part of your life. You can't see every detail yet. You can feel that it is good and that it is waiting for you. And across the river is a bridge. It's a strong, solid bridge, wide enough for everything, anything that crosses it. And you look down, while your eyes are closed, at your feet, and all around you on the ground where you are standing are the things that you have built and carried across your whole life. So picture them however they want to appear. Maybe they appear as objects, maybe they appear as light, the years of hard work, the people you cared for, the chaos that you calmed, the chapters that shaped you, the wins that you're proud of, and maybe the quiet survivals, that no one really clapped for, right? So someone long, long time ago told you that to cross the bridge, you would have to leave it all behind. That's the far side, that the far side, across that you were seeing was only new and lighter, and it was an emptier version of yourself. That's what they were telling you, right? You couldn't bring it with you, but that was never true. And this morning, you get to find out, right? So start gathering all your things slowly with tenderness. Pick up the decades of skills and hold them close. Pick up the hard years and hold those because they made you steady. And I want you to pick up the parts that you were told to hide and to carry them in plain sight. Let them out there because they were never shameful. They were proof of how much you can hold. And now I want you to take everything you're doing, carrying it, all of it, and now step onto the bridge. And feel how the bridge holds everything, your full weight, easily. It was built exactly for this, for you arriving whole. I want you to walk across. With every step, I want you to notice that nothing is falling. Nothing is being lost. You are not lighter because you left things behind. You are stronger because you brought everything with you. And as you reach to the far side, the new part of your life, notice that it does not want the empty version of you at all. It's been waiting for the full one, the one who carried it all across the bridge, the one who arrived fluent and whole and finally translated. Right? So stand there for a moment on the new shore, holding everything you have ever been, and I want you to breathe. This is not a fantasy. This is the truest picture of what really reinvention was always supposed to be. It's not about leaving yourself behind, it's carrying yourself forward. And I know a lot of you will say, well, why do you always use the word reinvention in your post? Because people understand it. But now, because you've joined me this morning, you understand that reinvention means carrying yourself forward. And when you're ready, I want you to come gently back across, back to this room, to this seat, to this morning, and slowly open your eyes. And I know that you're feeling differently about moving forward now because you've rephrased what you want to do, and you need to hold on to that rephrasing. So let's pick up, if you have a paper or pen, let's pick up a journal. You have something to write in this moment. If not, just answer these questions quietly in your mind. And then through the writing, we'll go a little deeper. I'm going to give you one prompt at a time, so don't rush ahead. For those of you who've been here before, I always say, keep your journal, write it down. For those of you, though, who have been doing it, you realize that now you've graduated and you can probably just do it in your head. But whatever works for you, okay? So let's start with number one. What is one thing from your past that you've been really treating as baggage? Something you assumed you had to leave behind to move forward. Name it. What is it? It could be anything. It could be something that happened in a relationship. It could be a job that you don't think looks good on your resume. It could be just your thoughts or your actions or something you did in the past that feels like baggage. It could be a situation that you went through and you just want to treat it as baggage, or you have been treating it as baggage. But now we're going to look at it a little differently. That's prompt number one. I always call them prompts. Call them questions if you want. Your choice. Number two. I want you to write what that same thing actually built in you. Not what it cost you, what it made you capable of. And I want you to look for the strength hiding inside the thing that you were told to drop. So let me give you an example. Most of you know my husband had a brainstem stroke when he was only 48. Personal caregiver, yes, for him for a long time. And it was a lot of baggage. It was challenging. It was exhausting. It was hard to do. And I always think I need to leave that behind. But what I realized was it gave me the strength to understand that I was capable of doing anything. I was capable of doing things on my own. I didn't need any help. I could do anything that was required of me, even though if it had happened to someone else and I had looked at them, I would have said, "Oh, how can they do all that?" But what you realize is you're a lot stronger than you think. So, in fact, that really helped me, and now I look at it differently. Prompt number 3. I want you to take your proudest accomplishment, whatever you did that you were thrilled at, and I want you to write one sentence about what you did. And then I want you to write a second sentence underneath it about what it proves that you can do next. And I want you to feel the difference between the two. Does that make sense? So what did you do? What were you really proud of? And what does it prove that you can actually do next? Sometimes we get stuck in we accomplish something really great and then we just don't think we can do that again, or it doesn't parlay into something else. So I really want you to see the difference between the two. It's really a very, very powerful question. Again, if you're watching the recording of this, then you can stop and answer the questions. Take as long as you need. Prompt number 4. Where in your life have you been calling yourself stuck, when really you're just being loyal to something worth keeping, essentially, right? Be gentle here. So what were you really refusing to abandon? Does that make sense? So sometimes when we're stuck, it's because we just don't want to give something up, or we're just being loyal to it. So, and I don't mean give something up in terms of starting over. I mean, give something up because we're like, I have to do this and I can't do anything new because I don't have time for it. And that kind of gets you stuck. So what is it that you are being loyal to that you're refusing to abandon, but actually you probably could? And it can be like a responsibility. It can be a thought. It can be a lot of different things. So really think about it. And then the final prompt, number 5, I want you to finish this sentence in writing or in your head. If I truly believed that I could carry all of it forward, then the next thing I would let myself do is let the answer be small and specific. It's really just the next real step. So think about it. If I could truly believe I could carry all this forward and I can still do what I want, what would it be? And it might be simply, for some of us, it might just be walking 5K. You're like, if you say, I don't have time, I'm carrying all this stuff. But now if you say, I'm carrying all this stuff because it makes me stronger and it makes me who I am, and I will find the time because I've always found the time, then maybe you will do it then. Or maybe it's like starting a new career or starting something online because you've seen everybody else do it. I really want you to think about this one because it's important for you to understand that you can carry all the stuff you're carrying forward and do it. So we're adding a little bit of a somatic practice here. So I want you to set the writing or the thoughts aside and come back to your body, because we want this to land in more than your mind. So whenever we have ideas each Sunday, we add body to it, because when you put body and mind together, it reinforces what we're learning. So I want you to just sit up a little taller, not stiff, just present, okay? I'm going to cross your arms gently over your chest. So each hand reaches on the opposite shoulder, okay? Very gently, don't grip. Remember, your shoulders are down. This is gentle. It's just a quiet way of holding yourself, holding everything that you just carried across, okay? And I want you to say this out loud to yourself. Or if you're in a room, you can just whisper it to yourself, just softly. I get to keep all of it. Say it once more, and let it be really true in your body. I get to keep all of it. Don't have to throw it away. I get to keep all of it. So I want you to take one breath in, feeling your arms holding you. And then I want you to let the breath out, okay? And notice that you feel gathered, you feel whole. Nothing feels like you dropped it. And that feeling is what forward is actually supposed to feel like. So let your arms come down gently. If your eyes are closed, let them open. And when they are ready and soft and unhurried, just enjoy what you've just worked on. So here's what you did this morning. You set down a word that was never serving you, right? Starting over. You gathered up everything that you had been told to abandon and you carried it across the bridge, and you felt the bridge hold, right? It held you. You told yourself the truth that you get to keep all of it. Nothing you survive is wasted. Not one chapter. Every single thing you have lived is coming across the bridge with you. And it is the reason that the far side is possible at all. Because you are not too late. You are not behind. You are never starting over. You are carrying a whole life forward, right? And this morning you felt it in your body, right? That you were strong enough to carry it. So I want you to take the sentence from prompt 5 into your week ahead, right? It's the next real step, right? What did we do? Do you remember the prompt? Did you forget it already? It was what we could do, right? What we want to do next. So if you want help turning what you felt like this morning into actual words that carry you forward in experience, I have, if you go to Too Late My Ass, there is at the bottom, at the footer, there is a whole lot of links of things you can get. There is an AI Finally bio pack that does that with you. So it's free. So it's in your voice and it's free. I like saying that. So if you want to work on this some more live in a room with me and other people, you can also join me first Wednesday live each month. So the next one is in August. And it's at noon Eastern. So, and it is free. There's no card required. And what we do is we work on all these things. So last, the Wednesday that just passed, we worked on rebranding a little bit, a rebranding sprint. And all of this work comes with us as we go. But for the time being, again, go to Too Late My Ass. And on the bottom, you will find AI Finally. Look that up because you can do that. And then there's a link to something called the Compass, and that's free as well. All those links are free. So I want you to extend all this work. And, you spent the last however long this has been with me. I don't want you to just shut the video and leave and do nothing. I want you to go to the site, grab another resource and do it. So we are building in season 2, building the momentum. Season 1 was all about really more of learning and understanding concepts. Season 2 in all of our disciplines is all about implementing, making the change, going forward and making sure that we're doing what we want to do. And the Compass will help you. AI Finally will help you as well. There's a whole bunch of other tools as well. So give them all a shot. And then I hope that I'll see you guys next week. And until then, I want you to carry all of it. Remember, leave nothing behind. And I will see you next Sunday. And with that, our time together comes to a close. Thank you for showing up for yourself today. Take that feeling of this space with you and let it guide your actions and reactions this week. I'm Faye Chappell. On behalf of everyone here at Elevated Living, I'm wishing you a week of profound peace and clarity. This episode was produced by the City Media Group.